The Montserrat Port Development Project involves the design and construction of the new port and associated facilities in Little Bay, Montserrat. The key stakeholders of the project are Government of Montserrat, Caribbean Development Bank, UK Construction Investment Fund UKCIF, and the European Union EU. Meridian Construction Company Limited is the main contractor and has WPS Design Subconstruction. Stantec is the consulting engineer. Once constructed, the new port will become the primary port of call and serve as the gateway for cruise passengers and cargo for the residents of Montserrat. The existing jetty will remain in place to service the ferry, small container vessels, the police launch, and so on. In this video, the focus will be on the designs, what the designs entail, and how it is progressing.
We are constructing a 130-meter pier, and it will also have a dolphin that will go along with that construction. This would allow us to accommodate ships up to 187 meters. To date, in terms of progress, we have begun and more or less completed the relocation of a number of corals, which is very important that we allow our marine environment to continue to strive even after construction. We also have put in place a monitoring system for monitoring the bat, which lives in the cave just next door, and so that is ongoing as well.
Stantec is a consulting firm that has been working on this project for almost 5 years now, and Stantec prepared the original design that allowed the contractors to bid and establish the cost of the work. So we have progressed with the design. The design team, Stantec, is reviewing the technical matters of the project while the design is being completed. Currently, the contractor is engaging another consulting firm, WSP, to proceed with the design, and they've delivered a 30%. So in the course of this project, it's design and construct, and so we are nearly finishing up the 30% review of the design. The 30% review encapsulates the scope and scale of the project, the method of construction, how they're going to build it, how large it's going to be, so we understand what all the elements of the project are like. So we are currently building the phase 1, which is the 130-meter pier with a dolphin, as Rawlson just explained, and in the future there's an allowance for a breakwater up against the seaward side of the pier. However, the current design has to capture both of those scenarios, so it will be a very robust structure once it's built initially.
Presently, we are doing some dredging to make the harbor a bit deeper for vessels, or bigger vessels I should say, to enter into alongside the port. So right now we're going for 16 feet depth to facilitate the stern or maybe the draft of the vessels that is coming in. So at presently we are doing such. In future we should have a barge which will be able to venture deeper into the deeper depths of the sea, so we could remove more of the silt and slush to make it even more accessible and easier for bigger vessels, as I say, to enter. And where I'm presently standing is an area where we are constructing a temporary jetty for us to be able to access when we bring across the barge, as well as we have a longer vessel which will be bringing across containers and stuff with equipment, as well as aggregate to complete or to do the causeway where we had moved to on completion of this interview. This will be able to, it's temporary as I say, because we know the weather condition that we have coming in here wouldn't be able to withstand as it is. So we'll be doing some further fixing of it to accommodate the barge, which will be about 80 feet wide. So we still have a little bit of work to do on it, so that when the barge reach, everything will be in place and will have a smooth as possible flow with getting everything off to be able to have the project moving at a pace that is good. We have a lot of progress was made during the past week or two in regards to the causeway where we are there at present, where you can see the excavator. We have roughly 10 meters again to go to meet the breakwater section. So where we'll be putting in some more boulders and stuff to have that breakwater effect, to smooth the force of the water that will be coming in. And we also have an embankment on the side for in case of any event that rocks or boulders should be coming down the mountain while work is in progress. It should not hamper or injure or cause any damage to anyone or equipment which would be in the vicinity of that area. So we have a cushion, I should say.
With the dredging, there are a few obstacles that we need to overcome, and that is the coral relocation activity, because at this present moment with the dredge footprint there are corals in the area. And so there are two locations which there are corals. We have the Little Bay, which is right behind us here where you see the silk screen, and there's also corals at the Potato Hill Reef. And with these corals we are relocating from Little Bay to Rendezvous Bay and the Silver Hill, and also the corals at Potato Hill we are relocating to Cars Bay. And so two of the many corals that's being relocated are the finger corals and the brain corals, amongst many more. We have the silk screen here in yellow with the orange buoys to capture the silts inside of that as much as possible. The silk screen doesn't stop all of the silts, but it stops at least 90% of the silt to ensure that there's minimal environmental impacts at this moment and throughout the construction life.
I'm Andrew Daly, here at the Pipers Pond Laydown Area for the Meridian Construction Company, and I am representing the government of Montserrat as the Clerk of Works. And along with me today we have Mr. Cornelius Marta, Site Supervisor for Meridian, and he's locally known as Water. And today we'll speak a bit about what's happening here at the Laydown Area, the construction that everyone has been seeing going on so far up to date, and we're just giving you a brief update.
We are now at Pipers Pond, the layout area for everything that we're going to be preparing for the construction of the pier. At this moment, we're standing in the mechanic shed. We have the canopies where we installed, I think it was 2 weeks ago. So you're going to be seeing more of this around the place. We have 2 more to install for the cement area. This area here is where the batch plant is going to be. It's going to be overhead, and the concrete is going to mix. It's got wet mix, so it's going to mix and then go down into the truck. This drain here is where we're going to have everything when we wash up. All the water is going to get into the drain, go down into this pit here. The water is going to rise, the settlement is going to stay in the bottom, which we're going to clean after, and the water is going to go down to the recycling plant where we're going to have down there. All right, the silos, we're going to have the 2 silos here. This slab to your far right is going to be where the water tank is we're going to use to supply water to the batch plant. Right now we are standing on the slabs where the caisson is going to be built. So we're going to have 14 of them, as I said. Right now we're about to construct our 3rd one. We have done 2 so far. This area over here is going to be our lunch area. We're going to have our lunch tables and fridge and everything in this area. This is going to be the bathroom. So that's what it is.
Thank you for joining us on our tour of the Montserrat Port Development Project, where community progress is our purpose, and so we have partnered with Stantec and Meridian, who design with community in mind. I do hope that you find our presentation very informative, and we do look forward in presenting more as we progress on this project. Thank you.